Hello, everyone. My name is Jahaz Abu, and welcome to my home. This is an evening that I'm spending with you, and I just want to share some poetry and talk a little. This is home set one. Maybe there will be a home set two, I don't know. But just in these times, I just wanted to share some poetry. I just wanted to talk. And I don't know, let's jump into it. Hopefully, I will share your favorite one, or at least one you like, or a few you like. If there are poems that I don't read, then I don't know, hit me up in the comments, the YouTube comments, and say, hey, you didn't read the one about the lady crossing the street and her drawers fell off. Not that I have a poem about that, but anyway. Today I am a shower. Been 2 days since soap has touched this body. Mama taught me much better. I am a short walk to the corner market I have never visited before. $26 off my card. The African man behind the counter reminds me of an ex-lover. I wonder how he is. I hope crack has not consumed his mind and body. I am still the sky, still fly. The man who sits all day on the bus stop tells me I am a beautiful woman, and I give him a smile, offer him water. Sometimes he declines. I am a prayer. The snake plant on my table, they tell me it grows well in the dark. I do too, I whisper. I do too. I am a mother, always worried about my son, about your children too. I am a dream, a kiss, a hold, a good cry, a masturbation session on top of the covers when I am alone. I am alone. I am the sword under my bed, the dollar bill between my mattress, the shiny penny at my front door. You don't want none of this, I promise. I am a quiet clapback. I am war. I am the clock above my sink, tick-tocking, reminding me to grow, to remember, to stay. I am a woman who needs a reminder to stay. I am a healer. Bless the prophecy that falls from my sweet mouth. This mouth is holy. This mouth is a weapon. It's fire. It's flicker. I am 1 foot in front of the other. Until it is time to rest, I am rest, a nap, the deepest sleep, until it is time to rise and fight again. So that poem was called Today because I'm pretty whack at titling poems. Judge yourselves. Daydreams are dangerous in my crawling fingers. Daddy long legging up my sides. Time is like red on my palms, melting marrow in my bones. And there is me, and too many hours unattended left to my imagining. Laughter so easy, this us makes sense. Who else would we hold this free till grits and eggs? Daybreak, biscuits, buttery go bad. We blanket the morning sun. Enough is still to come. Thigh on thigh, mouth on neck, like it always begins this way. You hum melody, I serenade. Stevie Wonder, Luther Love, midday, before supper, after. There is always a ready, itchy for thee again. We are the softest place we know. We separate and then gallop to connect. I am too classy to teach my doggy an open mic, two together to put my pearls before the sign-up sheet. Ever peppered, Laurie's Louisiana rooster, fire love comes simple to seasoned women. Relax in my Mona Lisa until I unveil the Basquiat. Watch this grown woman murder Yoshiro. We Pac-Man, Super Mario lovers go back so far, confidence come comfortable We unlimited data waiting to be stored, appetizers, entrees. We are exhausting in my mind. I hope y'all are well. I don't know. This is just an evening. I have been leaving poetry and just making random poetry videos. And I have this thing where I just want to leave as much of myself here. Does that make sense? Just all the stories, all the poems, all the dreams, all the nightmares, all the blessings, all the thoughts. I just want to leave them here. Clearly, I'm not focused on how great the lighting is or the angle of my camera or anything like that. I have a bit of a cold, but I'm okay. Yeah, I just do. I just want to. Just these times are weird, and I don't know. My spirit has just been calling me to just leave it here, and I don't have any plans on going anywhere anytime soon, but you never know. And I want my stuff here. This poem is called Push. We learned to push love away through imitation. We saw early our fathers and brothers second us to their cars and gods. Our tenacious rhythm of articulating our womanist sensibilities through double Dutch chants and house play with candy cigarettes. But why did we have to choose a struggle? Be black or be woman, like color and pussy don't connect. Be gay or be Christian, like love and religion ain't the same. Fuck nasty or be wife, like legs wrapped so squeezed round my man's waist. Say I ain't his queen. Hair nappy or bone straight, like how steady my comb stick. Say whether I can fight a dog off my back. What do you know about where our lives intersect? Like we can't have faith and be afraid. Like we can't forgive and remember how dirty you played. Like we can't be devil afraid of our reflections and look into our eyes at the same time and know how magnificent we are. Just so in this time, this is 2020, and the virus, COVID-19, is the news of the world, and so people are home, and we are forced to slow down. We are forced to be still. We are making it do what it do, and as an artist, I feel like, as a writer and an artist, I feel like it's our time to document this period, to tell what's going on in the world, to share the world's pain. The world is hurting right now. No, sorry for the sniffles. No pressure on, no pressure on the artist to, do it all right now. But for me, I think it's a thing. I think that I think we should. I think we should talk about it. We should use the words we have. We should not should. I hate when people should me, but I think it would be good for us to use the gifts God has blessed us with to share with the world, to create and tell the story of now. Because in my life, I've never been through this. I've never been through a time where things just like everything just shut down. I was driving. I live in Inglewood, and I was going to the valley yesterday. I was delivering art. I was driving to the valley, and there's no traffic all the way up Crenshaw from Manchester to the 10. There's no traffic. There's no traffic on the 10, and this is in like during traffic time. This is about 3:30, almost. I mean, maybe 4. There's no traffic on the 10 headed west. There's no traffic on the 405. There's no traffic on the 101. There's no traffic, and by no, of course, there's another car, but there's no real traffic. There's no reason to stop, and that's a bit scary. And when I get off, and where was I going? I was going to Encino, and when I get to Encino, I get off, and there's a gas station, and the gas is like 70 or something like that. And if you live in LA, like you don't find gas in the twos at all. So that was weird. It's like, all this talk about how we can't shut down, we can shut down. We can shut down. I mean, even for me, I've had to, as a painter, I sell art. I sell paintings online, like on Facebook, on my blog, on Instagram. And that painting that had to go for $300 it went from $300 to 30 real fast. Um, you know, so we all here trying to make it because we can't go to work. And for me, I work as a caregiver, and my clients are elderly people. Um, and as you can hear, I have, the sniffles right now, and I can't be around my clients right now. It's not healthy for them. It's not safe for me. So I am inside. That's what's up right now. So that's what, I just wanted to, like I said, share some poetry and keep doing what I do right now. I'm going to read some poems from my book called 365.2013. Can you see that? 365.2013. And it's a poem a day series. In 2013, I just, I wrote a poem every day. And some poems are better than others, but I did it every day. It was just as a way to stretch myself, as a way to keep going. And then the next year, 2014, I did form poetry. And I'm really bad at form poetry. But I did it. I did it every day until October. So I did like a month of, I don't even remember all the forms of poetry I did. I did maybe a month of haikus, and then a month of sonnets, and then a month of limericks, and then a month, all the way, you get my point, all the way until October. This poem is called This Is Our America. There was another poem I planned to write today. It never fully formed, but something to do with daisies and or lilies. Had the perfect line I kept repeating to remind myself to add as finish. I can't remember it now. Not now. Not after watching video of boys in Steubenville, Ohio. Witness a 16-year-old girl being raped. Urinated on, watch her pass out. See her body lie on the floor and laugh, make jokes, take video and photo. My measly love poem would be whipped cream spread over shit pie. There are not enough what the fucks to tell how I feel. These are our boys we are rearing. They called her Dead Girl. Dead Girl. She's deader than OJ's wife, he said, and they laughed. You know how I know she's dead? Because they peed on her and she didn't move. And there's usually a reaction to that. And somehow that was funny too. This is America. This is how we have taught our boys to feel about women, about our so what bodies they want to control. Ohio, Steubenville, high school, football, party. She wasn't dead. Dead girl wasn't dead. Maybe she wished she was when she heard the coach say she made up the rape to explain why she came home that way. That way. Came home that way. There are pictures of her unconscious body being carried across the room. One boy holding her arms, another her feet. Dead girl. They called her Dead Girl. But Dead Girl is not a nickname a girl earns at a party like Barbie or Squeak, Long Legs or Freckles. That way. Came home that way. This rape culture we live in, where jocks are as untouchable as the devil, this victim blaming curse of a country, we did this. We reared those boys to rape, to laugh, and videotape the funny of it all, to post photos of a girl's body being carried across the room, out of the way. I remember that day like it was an hour ago, watching those boys laugh and make these jokes about this girl who they called Dead Girl. It hurt. It crushed me so much. So that was that poem that day. This poem is called Fear Factor. I don't know the solution. I don't. As if it could be as simple as just that. I don't know all the facts, statistics on how many Crips to cops, or Bloods to babies, blacks or whites, Mexicans or Samoans. I have stopped keeping track. One was too many. I don't know how many guns out there or which are most deadly. What do I know from guns anyway? 22, 44. I was never good at math. I am a poet, a mother. I paint fire acrylic murals of big-head, gap-toothed boys with pants pulled up and arms too long, wrap round the sun and back to mama for biscuits and Superman stickers. Too tall, knock-kneed girls with too many pigtails and pink barrettes. Hello Kitty elbow bandages and lips gloss popping, practicing cheers ain't got nothing to do with sports. And these babies I paint and write stories about keep disappearing, keep getting killed and kidnapped. And somebody sees something. Somebody always sees something. It is getting harder and harder to find smiling fathers to take pictures of. I can't open my news feed without seeing a girl barely 13. A boy just turned 20 shot, killed, gone. North Carolina, Washington, D.C., Jersey, Philly, Compton, Long Beach, Inglewood, Watts. There has to be somewhere we are safe. This is not God's plan. It's not. What good are these words, though? What good are pictures and stories? So what about art and ponies, rainbows and roller coasters when no one wants to ride, when there is always a funeral to attend, posters to spread about missing, about murder, last words, and I should have held him longer, kissed her forehead, missing posters of her cameras and for handbags, not boys and babies, not girls and teens, and maybe stricter gun laws will work and maybe they won't. Perhaps it's all bigger than race and the devil. I don't have any of the answers. I am just a poet and a mother, holding my son too tight every chance I can. I am going to, okay, it's like a commercial, so I'm just gonna step right there and get some tissue because blowing my nose is sexy, I know. Okay, I'm back. Wasn't that fun? Did you miss me? What did you think about? So I am wearing pants. No ums, just so this time I get these panic attacks at night. I don't know where they come from. I don't know what causes them. I don't know. In the day I'm good, but at night I just get these panic attacks, and they freak me out sometimes. I get scared. I get very anxious and irritated, and every single thing bothers me. The light, any sound, any and everything. And so tonight I was like, I'm going to read poetry, and I'm going to be okay. You know what's funny? I just opened this book, and the poem that I opened it to is a poem called A Note to Self. And I don't remember it, but let's jump in. Dear Jaha, you will not get it all done. You won't. There will be days the thought of laundry in the corner of the room will hammer your skull like devil, like death. You will want to die. The anxiety will boil the iron and needles in your veins. You will want to race nose first into the fastest, largest truck, but you will not. You will survive those days. You will breathe, and you will know that the boiling has nothing to do with the laundry undone in the corner of the room. You will see yourself in the moments after, the hours beyond the episodes that will not be bigger than you. It is not the laundry. It's never the laundry. Or the dishes. Or the guy in the movies eating popcorn too loudly. You already know. But in those moments, when the sky is heavy, is the weight of sun, when the earth quakes and finds you to dump its brickiest brick, then you will forget that you are bigger than all of this, even this. You will smile at your reflection in the mirror. You will keep smiling until you almost mean it, almost will be good enough. You will always get past it. A prayer will appear, or a puppy, a song, a ribbon, a rainbow. God will show her face and remind you to remember, you cannot control the weather. You just cannot. But the rain will announce himself. He always does if you listen. Listen, Jaha, listen. You will not get it all done. You won't. And you will survive it all. So, that poem was a little triggering because, um, there are things. That poem was written in 2013, and there are things in that poem I don't believe anymore. The scary thing about this depression, the scary thing about this roller coaster, this this monster, this discomfort, this dis-ease that is bipolar one is I don't know. I think that it is. I don't think it's the right thing to say that you will always get past it, because some people don't. Um, uh, you know, I've had since I guess middle school. I've had just bouts of really hard depressive episodes. In middle school, I did not call it depression. I just called it sad for no reason. Because that's what it was. It was me sad for no reason. No reason I could see. I didn't know anything about chemical imbalance, and I didn't know anything about that. There was no like a big conversation in the world about mental illness, and if there was, it didn't hit me. We didn't talk about that in school. And so the depression for me is not what's scary. The depression is scary, but the depression is I almost said manageable. The depression is me being afraid to take a shower for some reason. I don't know why, but when I'm in a depressive episode, showers are not happening. And I don't. It's the first part of self-care that goes away for me. And I don't. Uh, I'm trying to stop saying I don't know, because I think that if I work at it, I can put words to it. But in the moment, I don't I don't know what's so scary about the shower, but there is something there, something scary about. Maybe it's being vulnerable and naked in the water. I don't know, but it is, and so I don't shower when. And I've heard other people say that, and I just like as I say that out loud, I've heard people say, "Oh, me too." I don't know why that's a thing, but I guess it is. Um, what's scary for me is the mania. The mania is scary for me. The mania, I cannot control. I don't know, this whole nose running thing. Uh, I was good all day, like all day, and then right now, that I have the camera on my nose, is like I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run. But runny nose, you will not stop this show. The mania is scary for me, because I feel like I'm outside of my body, and I see myself talking real loud and being all hype, and just that bitch hype, and I can't stop her. And she has, I say she because I feel like it's not me. I feel like it's something in me. Um, but she has all these like really, I don't know, crazy and dangerous ideas and games, and I feel like I'm just like this ragdoll just going along, and I feel like it's this thing or this person inside of me. It's like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump off the bridge. All you gotta do, and I'm like, oh, okay. Um, and one day, and I was feeling this, and I have these mixed episodes where it's depression, and then it's mania, and it's at the same time. Um, that's what it feels like. It just feels like I feel depressed and I feel anxious. I feel hype. I feel crunk. It's all at the same time. And there was a day back in, was it May or June of last year? I don't remember, but it was May, June. And I was at that time I was on meds. Uh, I was on all the meds. I was on, I don't know, name it, and I was on it. But sleeping pills were part of what I was on, and just in some fit, and I was alone, and it was night, and it was just that night kind of panic attacky moment, and I just went in my room, and I just, if there was something there, and it was just like, it was just talking to me inside of me, not outside of me, but just inside of me. It was like, okay, this is what, and it wasn't that it was crunk, but it wasn't that like super hype, but it was just very convincing. And, and it made a lot of sense. And one of the lies that depression tells you is that everybody will be better off without you. And you believe it. I did. And in that moment, it was just like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take these pills. It's going to be okay. And it just kept. And I was like, that's what's up. And so I did. I just took a bottle of, I don't know. I took a bottle of a bunch of things. And, thankfully I'm here. Nothing happened except I slept the whole next day. I missed a whole day. But it was scary for me. And since then, I stopped taking my meds. I stopped taking pills, period. Pills right now, I just don't trust myself around pills. So, my therapist is like, okay, we'll just try, blah, 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 and right now, no. So, and it's been since June. And it's not, and this is, what is this? This is March, the end of March. And that's probably not the best thing for me, but that's what's up. And so I'm trying to control this. I'm trying to control the depression, and I'm trying to control the mania and the cycles. I'm trying to control it with my diet, and with teas and other herbs. And I don't know. I don't know if it's helping or not. I still get panic attacks, so maybe it's not. I don't know. But I have not taken pills. So, hey, why did I say all of that? Oh, I said all of that because I said all of that to say, you don't know that it will get better. And so sometimes when we tell people that, when we say, oh, like, don't worry, it'll get better, pray about it, you think I didn't pray about it? You think I ain't always praying about it? And praise God. Thank you, God, that I didn't overdose that day back in May, June. But there was no reason for me not to have. And so I just, when I hear people, who experience sadness or depression or something like that, or even in a manic state, I try to just listen and sit with them as best as I can, because and just listen, just hear her out, and because that's what we want. We want to be, I want to, for me, I shouldn't say we, for me, I want to have the experience of feeling heard and not judged. And one of the things that stops me from talking to my friends is some friends, not all friends, and I know they mean well, but the rush to fix it or to have an answer um, sometimes has me feeling dismissed. Like I'll say, oh, I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling down, or I'm feeling depressed. And when people say, "Oh, girl, that's normal," um, I and I feel dismissed sometimes. Often, all the time, I do. When I hear that, I do always feel dismissed because I know that what's going on. I know this ain't normal. I know. I know it's not normal to. I know to think about suicide as much as I did and do sometimes. I know that's not normal and that's not okay. Um, but I think that's people's way of trying to make me feel better, or like, oh, it's not that bad, or um, whatever. More poems. How about that? Somebody bring me a river. Bring me an ocean, a lake, some water I can walk into and clean myself and only come out if I want to. Somebody tell me what you know about carrying this kind of weight. Not these hips or these thighs. I'm talking about the skin. I'm talking about this woman, this black. Tell me how you feel when you see this body done wrong. Somebody bring me a hole to crawl into. One that's made just for me, where I can use it when holding my stress and yours too get to be too much for me. Where's somebody at? Somebody to grease the scalp and lotion these legs. Come through, somebody. Come through. Somebody bring me a pen. I can write down all I want to, so don't nobody forget. Come through, somebody tall or short, somebody fat or skinny, with freckles or without, somebody with some get up and get ready, somebody with some act right about theyself. Come through, somebody. You see these scars. I've been here before. I was a wolf and a bear, a bee and a tree. I put in all types of work. I just want to rest right now. Come through, somebody. Come hold my hand while I fall asleep. Y'all good? This is the part where I'm pretending like I'm not alone. A whisper is a prayer. Looking up at the moon is a prayer. A drive down to San Diego. A walk on Venice Beach. A movie with a friend, prayer. 90s hip-hop is a prayer. Sex is a prayer. A deep bended knee, closed eyes, prayer. A good sermon is a prayer. Come on now, sing with me.